Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. I apologize in advance that I am a little bit behind, but this is my day 3 look. This is a cut crease, very Christmassy inspired. You have two lip options, this one being the first one, or this one being one of the first ones, and then this is the second one, which is like a red, true red color. Don't know which one you prefer, but I gave you the two options, and I just wanted to do like something very Christmassy, red and green, you know, super like bam, I'm here type of look. I will go ahead and do a black smoky eye next, which I know one of you did request, so I will do that for you. Thank you so much for requesting that, by the way. And if you would like to see how I created this look, just keep on watching. Right, I already primed with the Lucious eyeshadow primer. I always use this one in all my tutorials because number one, it's the only one I have right now, and it's the one that I really like. And I'm gonna bring you up close so you can see what I'm doing with that eye. We're first gonna use some tape, kind of like 1, 2, 3. Just make sure it's not as sticky. But we're gonna place that right here. If you don't have the James Charles palette, if you have any other Colourpop palette that has these two greens, I'm using basically these two right here, which is, one is called Social Blade, which is this one. The one next to it is called Daddy. So Social Blade and Daddy are both going to be on here. I'm going to first use a shade called Social Blade, and I am using a Sigma E38 brush. Just going to, I didn't set anything, I just literally just placed the primer down so I can get the most pigment and start packing it on. I'm first basically tapping it on. Don't worry if it looks like weird right now, it'll get better. We're gonna pat on Social Blade. And then now we're gonna start blending. And I'm doing small circles again on the inside, towards the inside. Picking up more. Again, just keep on blending. And we're gonna move on to a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I'm gonna pick up the darker green color called Daddy, and we're gonna place this right here in patting motions again, kind of intensifying that, and just patting it all throughout the lid. Going back here, and we're gonna blend. True test. Here we go on cutting the crease. Can we focus? Yeah. Okay. I have some of the same eyeshadow palette on here, which is this little blob. And I am going to use the Alamar brush. This one right here is like a little really nice flat brush, and I'm going to place this right here and look up. Okay, I'm looking down. You can see this little line here. I'm going to stamp pretty much all the way through. Same as here. So you're kind of getting that little, like, where I'm gonna place everything, the crease with the eyeshadow base, and we're gonna stamp. I'm just gonna drag this out. I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna use the Morphe M52 brush, this one, and I picked up some of that base, and we're gonna kind of perfect the cut crease. Just taking our time. Just kind of like perfecting that little area. Okay, and now I have, I couldn't find my NYX glitter glue, but if you have that, you can totally use that. I have the Too Faced glitter glue Insurance. It's basically so I can adhere the pigment that we're gonna use. The NYX pigment in the shade Vegas Lights, and I'm gonna place that literally right all over. Okay, now we're gonna place that glitter glue all over where we put on the base. I know this might seem like a lot, but this is gonna make the pigment stay. If you have your favorite glitter glue or like adhesive pigment, you can use that. I have the pigment right here, so I'm just picking it up. I have it on my brush, you can see. And we're gonna start placing it on there. Okay, I'm gonna take off the tape. Oof. And we're gonna attempt the eyeliner. Hopefully it comes out like this. If not, well, whatever. Now to make the crease like more intense, this is a really like thin brush. This is the M250-2 from Morphe, and I'm picking up the Daddy shade, which is that dark green color. And I'm basically gonna go over our little crease here and intensifying it. I'm going to get some more of the primer and just put it all over here. The lower lash line, I'm also going to use the same palette, which is the red in here, and it's called You're Kidding, which is this true red right there. Pack it on as well. My Thea came and she's like, "Are you sure this is not a Mexico flag look?" And I was like, well, sure, why not? You can do that too. And then we're gonna drag some out like this. And for the waterline, use any cream that you have. I have the NARS one. I have the NARS Larger Than Life, and it's this like cream color. Okay, we're going to prime with the poreblem primer, of course, my absolute favorite. This really holds up my makeup throughout the day, and it fills in the pores. I just want to pat it into my skin. And because I want to use up my Milani foundation, we're going to use her today along with the Makeupforever. So these two. A dollop, tea. You turn it down. A dollop. I like a new beauty sponge. I'm just gonna like pounce this on the skin. It's not fully wet, it's just like pretty damp. I like to do this because the beauty sponge will basically absorb any excess foundation. We're gonna add concealer. I'm using the same one that I've been using for a while. Oreos. Just right here, down. Basically, same thing. We're just gonna use a sponge to go ahead and quickly blend this on the under eye. contour because lately I've been loving how that looks. This is the Wet n Wild contour stick, and what I've been doing is getting some on the brush. This is a Morphe E8 brush, just literally grabbing product, and I'll put this behind my hand, but since I have a little palette here, like a little plate, I'll just tap it on here, the excess kind of a little bit, so I won't like go too crazy, and literally just contour my face. See, it kind of gives it a really like soft contour instead of just like building it on, which is what I had been doing. And the good thing about this is that it doesn't dry out, like it's pretty creamy and it's super inexpensive. Use a Fenty Beauty Invisimatte powder, just kind of getting some of this under eyes, like literally a light layer of that, and here smile lines as well. At this point you can move on to highlighter. Wow, this looks so intense. It looks so intense on camera, but not in person. That's okay. That's okay, we're here for makeup. The ABHxAmrezy highlighter. I bring her down here so when you're like facing forward, you can see it. Okay, now I'm gonna use my Crease the Becca Cosmetics collab, and using this shade right here. This is a bronzer shade called Malibu Soleil. Yes. Please use a contour color if you don't feel comfortable with a bronzer. Okay, I'm going to use that same blush as well in this palette. This one right here. Just going to pat it on to intensify the red. I need to set my face. Use my Trader Joe's water. This is the Milani Amore lip cream in the shade Desire. Use Sweet Tea to line my lips. This is from Morphe. This is the Jouer liquid lipstick in the shade Noisette. What Noisette looks like. Very, very nice, like brown nudie color. Oh, this is Fantasia lip gloss. This is actually really, really pretty. I just don't like the applicator on this thing. So this is the second lip option. Very, very like brown shade, like a nice nude. So that is the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Stay tuned for tomorrow's look, which will be a smoky eye, like I mentioned in the introduction. But let me know which lip color you preferred, this one or the more red. Thank you as always so much for watching. You waiting till the end of this video. I appreciate your time and commitment to me and my commitment to you. So I will catch you in the next one. Toodles!